Mr. BetSmart here. 2021. What a year it's been. I can't believe everything that's happened. It's actually been fucking mental. But we move, and my portfolio has had some movements in the green, which has been really nice. So I'm just going to jump into the phone and let's see how the month of December is doing. Right, so we're going to start with the money box LISA. This is where I've got basically money from the government every single year, where I put £4,000 in and I get a £1,000 bonus. So as you can see, this is currently at £11,968. That's gone up almost a 50% profit overall, which is pretty class. And if I go into accounts, you can see overall it's up 49.61%. That's from 2 tax years of contributions, and it's in Fidelity Index World and iShares Global Property Equity. So a little bit of property, majoritively is in an index fund spread all over the world of companies. So decent risk spread there. Next, we've got my Fundsmith account. Unfortunately, I'm locked out of my Fundsmith account at the moment because I got my password wrong about 5 times, but I know how many shares I've got in it. So in the calculator, I worked it out here. So it's £15,919.65. And this is essentially a fund where they invest in a small set of companies they believe in long-term growth through innovation. So I like the fund quite a lot because of that. And the guy who's heading the fund has a really good reputation. So that's why I'm invested in that fund. Next, we've got my Binance account. Now this is where I'm invested in crypto. Currently it is sat at $10,611.36. And I've just got a little converter here that puts it into pounds, so almost £8,000, so not too bad. It has been going down a little bit recently, but that's crypto for you. I'm in it for the long haul, so yeah. Next, we've got Smarkets. Now, I've already done my Smarkets yesterday because I have been putting a lot of bets on today, so it's a lot of liability tied up, so that's how my Smarkets is currently doing. Next, we've got my affiliate income, and as you can see, my current earnings that haven't been paid yet are £1,411.20. Now it's good to note that that is not actually for the last month, that's actually the last 2 months. They wait a whole month worth of commissions to check that people don't refund their commissions, and they just need to verify them. So that's actually for the last 2 months, and that's the affiliate income for advertising profit accumulator through my TikTok page, and every commission I get a little bit of money. Next, we've got betting accounts. I'm not going to go through every single individual betting account, but I went through them yesterday and it said £6,000. I put a lot more money into my bankroll for betting to try and get my earnings up from match betting, and I've had a decent month actually, making over £1,000 from match betting, even though I'm going from a lot of places, which is really, really cool. Next, we've got my Santander High Street Bank, and this is sat at £165.42. So yeah, I've just been taking a lot of that cash out and putting it into my match betting bankroll. Next, we've got cash. I've still got £1,000 of cash, and I'm just keeping that aside for sharbing and some other things whenever the opportunity comes up. But I might deposit that into my bank to get more of a bankroll for my match betting. Next, we've got Coinbase. Coinbase is another crypto account I've got AMP in, and my AMP is sat at $875.81. Down quite a lot from last month, but that's crypto for you, ups and downs. I believe in it in the long term, so I'm just gonna hodl. Other accounts, I did a few other money in some other bank accounts like Revolut and Starling and stuff, but I've pulled that all out and put that into my bankroll, so that's at 0. Next, we got my Trading 212 account. Now this is where I'm invested in the S&P 500, and as we can see, that is currently at £3,798.16. So that just invests in the top 500 companies in America, and I believe in innovation, and I think that's going to keep continuing as our world keeps modernizing. So I believe in the S&P 500 in the long term. Next, we've got Mr. Trading Robot. Now, my app doesn't actually work for Mr. Trading Robot on this phone, but it has had quite a bit of a downturn recently. It had a position, it just got really, it's basically at like a £300 loss at the moment, but I can't log in on this account. I can log in on my filming phone, but I can't show it on here. So it's kind of wiped out my profits on there at the moment, to be honest, but the position is still open, so I'm just gonna leave it and see what the bot does. But I'm just gonna bring that down to £700. Bit of a shame that, because it was, I think, like 200 £250 up for me overall, so it's kind of wiped my profit out, but I'm just going to leave it in the long term and see what happens. But it's the first real big downturn I've had in a day from it, so we're just going to leave it and see what happens. Next, I've got my Plum account. Now this is just where I'm rounding up my spare change and my savings, just so I got more money at the end of the month to, not more money at the end of the month, but money set aside that I can then invest that's not in my main account, and it's just nice to have. And this is currently sat at £31.13, so not too much in there because I pulled it all out. We've then got my credit card. Now my credit card is just lets me take £1,500 of credit every single month, and it just simply pays straight out of my main Santander account at the end of every single month. So it just is going to build my credit score, and I'm basically paying for everything with credit and then paying it back straight away at the end of the month. And as we can see, my available credit is £959.45. So I put that in here, £959.45. It'll then take £1,500 off that, and that is what I am negative. So £540.55 is what I currently owe the credit card company. We then got my Monzo account. I can't access my Monzo on this phone, but it's currently sat at around £350. We've next got my pension. This is with Smart Pension, where I put 6% of my paycheck every single month into my pension. My employer covers that 6% as well, so it's 12% overall. That gets put into a fund, and then that is invested. And that, as we can see, is currently at £2,312.99. Decent little increase. So now we've got my share incentive plan. This is where every single month I put £150 into Octopus Energy, and they give me a matching share and a half. Not for, I think, 3 to 5 years, but essentially I add on £375 every single month to basically show this share that I'm putting in and the matching share and a half I'll receive, because I believe I will stay with the company that long. So £2,250. So last month it was at £875, so 125. So £2,250 now what those shares are worth. We've then got Plum. I'm recently invested in Plum around £500, so that's just that investment there. It's a private company, so I don't know what the price is, but there will be liquidation events every few months where people can buy and sell for a private company, but that's just a long-term hold as well. So it's £500 in Plum. I also did this with Octopus. I put £2,000 into Octopus because it's another private company I believe are going to do really well if they go public soon as well, especially. So that's Octopus. We've then got my KuCoin account, and this is set at $1,373.17. And that has dropped quite a bit this last month, which is crypto again, but these are small cap coins, so they're very risky. So this is money I'm kind of, okay with losing, but I believe in these coins' potential long term. So we'll just have to wait and see how they go. I'm just gonna keep hodling them and see what happens. And then we've also got Klarna. I invested £500 into Klarna, which is another cool private company. I think has got a long way to go, but I haven't actually invested that £500 into them yet, so that is still pending. But in total, that is all of my investments for the month of December. And as we can see, we are at £61.5 thousand, which is cool because we've actually gone up just a little bit, just around £600. But we've had a lot of downturns there. So we've had Mr. Trading Robert go down £61,530.57. So from me starting off the year with 24,000, we've added £37,000 to my portfolio, which is really cool. And I'm really happy with that. We haven't had the best month, but it has been a green month, which is good. So what I can now do is I can hit save, and all of those figures are essentially saved to my tracker, and I can actually look and see how my track is doing overall. And there we have it. We can see that we are currently sat at £61,530, and my license has gone up a few hundred quid. My Fundsmith has gone up 500 quid, which is grand. Binance has gone down almost 2 grand, which is a big loss. Smarkets has gone up quite a bit. Affiliate income has stayed around similar, which is cool. And then my betting accounts has gone up dramatically. Santander has gone down a lot because I've been investing it all into my match betting. Cash has gone up a little bit. Coinbase has gone down a little bit. My other accounts, I pulled that out and used that in my match betting. Trading 2-on-2 has gone up a tiny bit. Mr. Trading Robot's gone down, unfortunately. Plum's gone down because I've been investing that. My credit card's gone up a little bit because I've been spending a lot this month for Christmas. Monzo's gone down a lot, my pension's gone up a little bit, and my share incentive plan has also gone up a little bit. And there we have it. That is all of my investments for the month of December. And there we have it. That is my total for the month of December. We're just going to reach for the 6 figures this year, next year, 2022, and try and hit that £100,000 mark. I'm going to release another video talking about the overall year, but this is just a video talking about the December update. One final thing, just to remember that this is not a brag. I'm just talking about my own personal financial journey with my assets, and I hope that these are options for you that you can look at and potentially research and see if there's something that could be a good fit for you too. One piece of advice for those that have stayed this late in the video, I really appreciate you. Just put £1 into an investment, whether that's the S&P 500 or crypto. Just put £1 in, and that will mean that you will research that a little bit more and become a little bit more intrigued, because as soon as you put your own money into it and you're not just thinking about putting your money into it, you will actually start to feel more invested into it and actually become closer to starting your personal journey with finances and building your wealth off the ground. So that would be the one takeaway I would take from this video. But that is the update for December. I hope that was useful. If you found any value in this video, please chuck a subscribe to the channel or a like to the video, and I will see you next year in 2022.